In this video, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about a tractor incident I was in, and it could have went a lot worse than it did. We're gonna be taking a look at the tractor itself, what could have went wrong, and then since the tractor's probably totaled, I think we're gonna go tractor shopping today. If we're gonna turn this land into the ultimate deer hunting property, we're gonna have to have a tractor. And now that this one's completely done for, well, we're gonna have to be looking for something, and we're gonna have to look for something fast. And we're also gonna be checking into some deer blinds while we're out there too. All right guys, so we were at the scene of the incident. As you can see, I am perfectly fine, which was low-key a miracle because I've never seen a tractor go airborne 4 foot in the air before. It was pretty terrifying, and I'm just gonna say, there was a lot of things that could have went extremely bad. But first, let me set up the scene with you. If you guys are familiar with the tractor we've been using, the one we used last year and the one that we had, the best thing we had, it's a long, that's the brand of it. They don't make them anymore. Pretty old, pretty out of shape, pretty wore out, but we were making it work because that was the only thing we had right now. It was literally not even too long ago. I came out here, we tried to start it, it wouldn't even start, and then I had a bunch of mice jump out. Roll the clip. There goes one, did you see that? Get something under there. So, I mean, yeah, the mice really doesn't have anything too big to do with it, but it is wore out, and that's a problem we knew we had. First of all, the brakes didn't work, which I know is bad, but I've also been running it with disc on the back because I'm trying to disc up and kind of plow up some stuff. I knew that if I had it in a low enough gear with the disc down, there's probably no way I could get going too fast. So I felt pretty safe about that. Well, this is the field that I was disking. I was disking good, came all the way around. If you can see that path, I was coming up with the disc. Everything was going good. I got to about right there and we started kind of stalling out a little bit. So I pulled the disc up so that I could make it up this hill. Well, I make it up the hill to right here. And that's when the thing jumps out of gear. The brakes don't work. The gear is out of gear because it just jumps out of gear. It doesn't switch gear. It just pops completely out of gear. The thing goes free fall. It starts rolling backwards. I jump off. See, the track start, I was right here. I was right here when it went out of gear and it went. And I was like, oh gosh. And then I had to jump out right here. I turned around. Look at the tracks. The tracks are beaming through here. The beaming. Look at this. You can see the tracks go through the weeds. I'm talking, looks like a Hot Wheel. You let a Hot Wheel down on a road, it's going. I've never seen a tractor go this fast. Keep in mind, no brakes, no disc on the ground, no gear. Free fall. Tractor, boom. It's coming. It's bumping. It's bumping. It's bumping. It gets right here in the ditch. I'm like, all right, this thing's flying. It did. It went out in the ditch. Hit that rock. See its little track right there?
Oh yeah.
It hit that rock. I've never seen a tractor be 4 foot suspended in the air. It got some air time. It jumped up in the air over that rock, somehow landed, kept bouncing, and then let's go see what it did on the back because somehow it stopped. If this ditch wasn't here to really slow it down and the big rock hit in the back, it would have kept going. But let's go look at it. If I would have stayed on the tractor like this, I think I would have. Let's go look at it.
You've been changing your drawers.
Also, if this giant rock back here hadn't have luckily been here, then it would have probably kept going.
That right there is what saved you.
Yeah, because this disc smashed into something, broke a disc, and those are not easy to break at all. Like, you got to be moving to break the disc. And whatever we hit, that really slowed it down, so that was nice. But here's the bad thing. If I was going downhill and it would have went out of gear, I would either had to jump out this way with the thing coming this way, and maybe it run me over, or even whenever I jumped, the wheels turned real quick and then we'd flipped and I went over top of it. Yeah. There's a lot of way this could go bad. But, huh?
I said you lucked up.
I got real lucky. But I mean, the brakes don't work. I didn't really think there was that big a deal on the brakes because I knew I was going to be in a really low gear, but here's where it got me. What got me was the whole gear situation in the first place. Come look at it. I'll try to show you, but it doesn't make a lot of sense because it's not supposed to do this, but it's not in gear. It's out of everything. Like, it's not out of gear. It's just out of the gear pocket. So this thing doesn't do anything right now. But like, this handle is completely not connected to anything that makes a difference.
Ain't good.
No, it's not good. And it will not start like this either. You gotta take this thing off and make sure you replace them every single time. But that's just not that good. Now, as for I mentioned, it might be totaled. I don't know, but look at this. Over on this side, you can see it moved that rock a pretty good bit. So I mean, it came in here hammering. In order to get this tractor fixed up, 100%, it has to fix the brakes, which may not be that hard. I'm not exactly sure. It's gonna have to fix the gear thing. That might be harder to fix. I'm not sure. And I don't really want to find out if we fixed them or not. I don't want to be in a situation where I have to figure that out. I feel like there's a chance something might be bent somewhere. Maybe not. So I don't really know if the tractor's totaled or not. I really don't have any idea. But I definitely do think it might be time for a upgrade.
It's time for a new one.
Which thing is, we were looking at an upgrade. We were looking for an upgrade already, but
took almost dying to actually jump onto it.
I think the move is probably stay off of this tractor and just get a new one.
I agree.
Who knows, we might even leave this one permanently here as an ornament, a reminder that you can die. Now maybe I'm over exaggerating, but I really don't think I am. If I would've got my foot stuck, I'd been ran over and slammed into rocks and stuff. You see the disc? Yeah. Way up there? Oh, did it?
Yeah, it just snapped it.
See, I'm telling you, dude, I ain't never seen a tractor move so fast, especially backwards. And that's whenever it smashed into that rock, and it pulled this rock out of the ground. Let's just say this, the tractor, you probably won't see me driving that tractor anymore.
After it wrecked, you had to change them drawers?
I didn't, but I did actually walk around for like 2 hours, just walking around and just pretending like I died and just thinking about me being dead. And it's actually kind of cool. Sounds bad, but I was just walking around like, dang, I died today. That's crazy. Well, at least I tried to do my best. And at least I got some good videos for people to watch. I just pretended like I died for 2 hours. And then I was like, no, I'm still alive. I didn't die. And the bad part is if I would have died though, no one would have really thought much of it because I'm just out at the pond or something. Then at night, like 11 o'clock at night, and called me 6 times. They'd come look and they just find me dead. That'd be bad, dude. That ain't good.
Yeah, it wouldn't be good at all.
And then the tractor would still be running. And I have my phone listening to music too, so it'd just be like playing music.
Playing the baby.
As I'm just under a tractor. That'd be bad though. Let's go walk out on.
Nope.
Huh?
Nope.
Nope.
Half of it's under. Well,
zoom in on it. You don't think we can make it out there?
Nope.
I think I can. Let's try it.
Now we're gonna have a drowning incident.
I'm gonna make it out there. You watch. I'm gonna pull some. What's that game where you run from them people?
Temple Run.
Yeah, you're gonna see some Temple Run. How's that?
That's pretty good.
I got wet, but not my feet, just the bottom. Also, big announcement. There was a time where we thought we was gonna name this Turkey Foot Pond. That is completely false. We are naming it Gary Pond. Anybody know why? Ethan, do you know why it's called Gary Pond?
After the snail?
Nope. Because back when we first built the pond, we asked y'all, what should we name it? And we had a few people try to say Gray Pond. Accidentally, they said Gary Pond. And that was the most popular name. So welcome to Gary Pond and Greg, the doc. Watch this.
How about that?
How's that?
That's pretty good.
That's very good.
Thought you was gonna get wet.
Yeah. You wouldn't believe how many times I've done that.
4.
2. Let's turn on good old fountain though. We got some sunshine today. And then don't worry, we are gonna go tractor shopping, so. But real quick, we're checking out the old Gary Pond. Let's see if it kicks on. Hopefully it ain't broke already. There we go, baby. Perfect.
Works good.
That's good, dude. That's working like a charm.
Mm-hmm.
It may end up getting Greg wet.
That's all right.
Yeah, Greg's tough, dude. Greg's tough.
He's been through battle.
As for the big dock me and Ethan built here, it was never ocean approved.
You think that's an OSHA violation?
Yeah. Partly because half of it's underwater. And it's always been like front heavy, although the fish feeder has nothing in it.
It don't make no sense, does it?
Oh, I bet it does, because that one barrel the one barrel on the walkway lifts it up.
Yeah.
Well, to be completely honest with you, after we built the dock, we got Greg, and we decided Greg was going to be way better.
What's the pond prowler's name?
The pond prowler actually does not live here, although it has lived here for the past 6 months. We're also in the lookout of upgrading the whole Greg situation into letting Greg be the, hear me out, Greg's the aircraft carrier. We need another boat to be, what do you call them?
A dinghy?
Well,
A rescue boat?
an attack boat.
Destroyer.
A destroyer. We got Greg, what is Greg? Aircraft carrier. We got Greg, which is the aircraft carrier. We're looking for a destroyer.
So you're wanting a fleet?
Yeah. We're in the looks for a flat bottom boat, and that will be coming by springtime. So be on the lookout. We're looking for a destroyer, building a fleet.
By technicality, if you're talking naval-wise,
Yeah.
you've already beat a micronation, Molossia. You done got them beat.
Yeah, we done got vessels.
They do too, but by tonnage, yeah.
What do you mean? What they got?
A flamingo,
Oh,
like the blow-up ones.
yeah.
And Africa, probably. 'Cause
We
they ain't got-
low-key got a good little fleet going on.
Yeah.
Fleet.
I already got Africa beat. They ain't even got no water to sell on.
All right, I think it's time to go look for a tractor.
Yeah.
First up, we're going to Bobby, Ethan's papaw. He's got a tractor, we can get up close personal. Then from there, we're gonna go check out a deer blind because we're still in the looks for some deer blinds. We wanna go check out some. And then we're also going to be going to a tractor dealership, just looking around. Probably not gonna talk to anybody, but we will window shop, which is fun. But first, I wanna roll y'all back to a clip that I done yesterday where I found something I didn't expect on finding, and I spent a little bit more time planning for the deer blind. So I'll roll you back to that. All right, guys, I just wanted to film this little part. I'm out here walking in the field, wanted to let you guys know. I just found a shed. I remember back when we was rabbit hunting and I was like, I specifically mowed this field in hopes of finding sheds. Well, we just did, and it's a pretty good one too. Now, I'm not gonna say it's a giant, but when it comes to deer on this land this year, that's one of the better ones. It looks like he's gonna be an 8-pointer. This could potentially be the 9-pointer too, but honestly, I'm just happy I found a shed. And for it to be a decent one, not mad about it. Yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know, because I'm just out here walking around and ended up finding one. Wasn't really expecting it, but I guess I was hoping for it. All right, guys, so I actually have the drone up here anyways, the thermal drone. I was actually gonna fly it around and kind of fly around different spots where I could potentially put a new blind, because here's the thing, guys. We've got things in motion. Things are happening. We're turning this place to the ultimate hunting place, but if we're gonna do that, it takes work now. We've got plans to get a bunch of hunting blinds. I actually mentioned that earlier in the year, but right now, I was actually gonna fly the drone to kind of see where a good elevated blind would be by hovering the drone in certain locations, potentially where the blind would go. And we're gonna do that, but also since we just found the shed, and it's actually really cloudy, let's fly the drone up and let's actually see if we can find that deer and see if he has one antler left or if the other one has already fell off somewhere. Because if we can find an 8-pointer with one antler, then, well, no real use in looking for that other antler, is there? Because it's still attached. But yeah, I wasn't really planning on videoing this right now, but might as well because it's actually pretty important. Not just looking for the deer, but also getting ready for the deer blind, which honestly is probably gonna be coming up pretty soon. Because the things that we do now are the things that affect what happens in October. And you can't really be too prepared, especially with what we're trying to do. We're trying to take this to the next level, the highest level. Now, if you know me, that you know that that's easier said than done, but that's the plan. Shoot for the stars, hit the moon, I guess. About got a haircut on that one. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start screen recording on the drone, and that'll be that. Let's see if we can find a deer and then maybe even fly around and see where we might want to put a blind. All right, guys, so here's the field. You can see the mowed part right there. It's pretty big. We actually found the shed right there in front of the building. But that building, that's the blind we had been hunting in. It's just not good, guys. You seen whenever we went hunting with Dan, if you watched that video, the deer got super close to us and they actually knew we were there. So I'm thinking maybe we even scoot the blind back to here. Okay, so it's gonna be a lot further shot and probably won't get to shoot as much. But whenever we walk into the blind and get out of the blind, the deer that are here in this food plot won't be able to see us as much. And that should actually make hunting a lot better. So before we go look for the deer, let's actually try that. The blind that we're thinking about is going to be about maybe 6 to 8 feet off the ground. So it'll be about right here is where we'll be looking. So this right here could potentially be the view of next year's deer stand if we get a blind and put it right here. We could still see a lot of the food plot, but let's actually use something really cool. Let's use the laser rangefinder feature, and we can actually use the range, which will actually let us know how far of a shot this is going to be. I've never even used it like this, but to the edge of the field, looks like it's going to be about 40 feet. That's divided by 3, that's 12 yards. So the closest shot we'll be able to do is about 12 yards. Now to the other side of the field, it's going to be about, looks like about 120 feet. Divide that by 3, that's 40 yards. 40-yard shot across the field. Now is that super possible with a bow? It's possible, but the odds of them only going on the outside edge is actually kind of slim. Let's say they're right out in the middle of the food plot, right there. That's going to be a 70-foot shot. What is 70 feet divided by 3? I don't know, give me a minute. Hey Siri, what's 70 divided by 3? 23 yards. Oh, that's actually perfect. So this right here could be a potential good spot for elevated blind. Now, you're going to say, well, KG, there's no way you can hunt the rest of the field. And, well, let's zoom in. We could technically shoot that with a rifle, but on that side of the field, we do actually lose visibility. So maybe this isn't exactly where we want to be. What if we scoot the blind actually right over, maybe to right here? What would that be like? We could still shoot all this pretty good. We could shoot this corner, and then we would actually be able to see a lot further into the field for maybe a rifle shot. That's definitely potential. But yeah, that's just something to think about. That's what I was originally here for. But now let's turn in infrared. Let's go up into the mountain and let's actually look for this one-antlered deer. If all goes well, I mean, there should be a pretty good chance we could find him as long as he's in the holler in general. He could be gone though. I wouldn't be surprised. There's not very much food in the field right now. A lot of it's just dead mowed grass. So I don't really expect them to be here as much as I'm going to expect them to be here next year. Next year, I'm hoping to have a lot of really good food, and that should attract and hold the deer. But it looks like we've got some kind of animal up here. Pretty positive it's, I don't know, it might be some bucks. We'll check them out. Looks like they might be on the move, though. Looks like we may have a lot of animals up here. Definitely some kind of deer. Dang, yeah, we do. Let's go way out here on the end. And they're all separated. That's interesting. That makes me really do think it might be a buck. Let's check this one, and then we'll go backwards. Kind of hard to see, but it's right there. I think that's a buck. No, it's not a buck. You know, I'm going to be honest, I'm not really sure. It's got some really white eyebrows if it's not. Let's check out this deer moving through. That one actually does look like a doe. So, let's go check the other one. If those two are does, then there's a really good chance the rest of these are does. Usually this time of year and most of the year, really, does travel together and bucks travel together. That one also seems to be a doe, so let's check out these. We may have just found the group of does. We may just have to fly around a little bit more and find the group of bucks. It seems like from what I've done, that seems to be about how they operate. That one is either a doe or a young buck, but there's definitely no antlers on him. Could be a button buck. Let's check out this thing. This one seems to be a doe. I'm not seeing a rack on any of these, so maybe they've either dropped them or they're all does, but I'm starting to think they're just all does. That one's also a doe. Let's fly around a little bit more. There's still a pretty good chance we can find the bucks, but we're just going to have to find them in a different spot. Maybe over here on the other side of the holler. When we find them, they should stand out just like the other ones. White hot and pretty easy to find. But like I mentioned, that's if they're here. Here's an animal. This could be a buck. The way that it's alone, I'm assuming it probably is a buck. I have seen them grouping back up, but I guess every now and again there will be one alone too. But is this a buck or a doe? To be a doe completely alone, that might be even weirder. See those weird nubs on his head? I feel like that could potentially be where it shed its antlers. But this time of year, at first glance, it is kind of hard to tell. Because you're looking for a deer with no antlers and a deer that had antlers. And that can be pretty confusing, as you can imagine. We got 2 deer right here. 3 deer. I passed one up. No, that could be water. No, that's a deer. It's too hot. Yep, there's a deer. Buck doe, don't know, but it doesn't have antlers, and I don't really care that much to keep looking. Here's another one. Buck doe, don't know, don't have antlers though. Here's another one. Don't know, no antlers though. Alright, well either way, the way it's looking, we don't really have many bucks in the holler, or they've all lost their antlers. But yeah, I just wanted to come in here and let you guys know that I found that shed, and I guess that I'm working on where we can put deer blinds. That's going to be videos coming pretty soon. It'll probably be in like a month or something. But hunting blinds and making sure that we get this food plot ready to actually have food in it, big deal, because we plan on killing some big deer and a lot of them this year. Or at least that's what I tell myself. If I can see a deer, I'll be happy.
For the golden antler.
Huh?
This is the first golden antler winner right here.
Got the first golden antler winner right here.
Yep.
Ethan hooked up with some new swag. KendallGrounddoors.com, first link description.
Let's put
He
her
got
on.
the camo hoodie. Let us know what you think about it.
I got this camo Terry hoodie.
It's a camo Terry hoodie.
Let's try it on.
We may not even be able to see him after he puts it on. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, it's comfortable right there.
Fit right?
Yeah, it does actually.
I know. It's good. Wait, what do you mean actually?
Most hoodies don't fit me because they're too short.
Oh.
Like Under Armour and stuff, they're like right here, so I gotta go a size up.
Put a big hood on. Invisible. There you go. Big turkey hunting. Big turkey hunting.
I'll wear this thing turkey hunting.
Yeah, especially the mornings. It's going to be perfect for the mornings.
I like this material on it.
Yeah.
You even got your...
Good bag comes with
This is a waterproof, like a helmet right here.
Could be.
Can be.
Look like the Pope. Pope looking outfit. But yeah, next step, we're going to be loading up. I think we're going to go down to a tractor shop. Are we going down to your Papaw's?
We're going to Bobby's.
We're going to his Papaw Bobby's. He's got a really cool tractor we can actually get up close with. And then after that, after we take a look at that, I think we're going to take a drive down to a tractor dealer kind of close. And we're also on the lookout for deer blinds. So we may stop somewhere there too. But yeah, as for now, I guess we're loading up. We're going to head out there.
You don't even need a blind with a Terry on.
That's true. Ethan don't even need a blind. Just go out and sit in the chair.
That's right.
Yeah. All right, we're heading out. That's a big tractor. Is it bigger better? Most American thing ever. What do you think about it?
It's a nice, and I like driving this one around.
Is it?
Yeah, the brakes work real good.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah, the brakes work real good. We got a pop right here. You're right up there and you can try it out. It's a shuttle shift. You don't have to use the clutch all the time if you don't want to. You just push it forward, pull it neutral, hit the brake, pull it to reverse.
How do you like this size?
Like good.
How many horsepower is this one?
Must be 63 and a half.
Okay.
The one I had, 5800, was 58 horsepower. So this is just a little bit more. My logs and stuff, setting them on my sawmill, makes quite a bit of difference.
Okay.
And another thing, the wide cars there,
Yeah.
that makes a world of difference. It don't tear everything up like the old one. Well, it gives you more of a wider platform and it holds you up.
Okay.
Just get here, hit the brake.
All right, we'll see.
things, hit the brake, or the clutch and the brake. Now you can try that speed right there.
How do you use this? How'd that look, Ethan? A lot better than the other one?
Yeah.
Yeah, the other one doesn't have brakes.
That's not good.
And it pops out of gear. And the PTO don't work.
It don't have a roll cage or seatbelt either.
And right now it's in the ditch, because that's where it rolled.
Not a good thing.
No. What all do you do regularly with this?
Just me myself, I just play with it. I'm not a serious farmer or anything. I bale hay with it. I've got no baler over there, and I use it to load my logs on my sawmill. And then as we saw it, we put the forks on it
Mm-hmm.
and unload the lumber. Then where we want to stack it, we just take it over and stack it. Just all around little farm. You call it a farm or a garden tractor. It's big enough to do pretty much what I want to do with it.
Yeah. Do you do your garden with this one too?
Yeah. I like the Kubota really good.
Made in America.
Well, partly assembled. I think they make most of it in probably Japan. They assemble a lot of it. They may make part of it now in Georgia. That's one of their main hubs down there. The main thing is getting a good dealer.
Mm.
I looked at several different dealers, and they had the narrow tires on them.
Okay.
And one dealer let on to me like it's going to cost a lot more money to get that type of tar. And the dealer I got this one from, he said no problem. So it may take me a week to get them, but we got a whole warehouse full of no charge extra. You put them on there.
Wow.
And delivered it right here the same day I signed the papers for it.
What do you think, Ethan?
Yeah, that's a good track.
You think it'd be a good option?
Oh yeah. If you want one that big, yeah. Anywhere from like 45 to 60 probably be perfect for you.
What's that?
Size, horsepower, 45 to 60.
Like I said again, you can do little with big,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't do big with little. So you gotta
Mm-hmm.
figure out where you're at and what you want to do.
Yeah. What do you think of that?
What?
Got some good tractor info?
Oh yeah, he likes his tractor now.
Oh yeah, don't blame him.
He does. That's his pride and joy. If Carl, he gets upset, he'll come out here and just play around on it.
Next stop for us, I think we're going to go to drive by a little place that kind of does deer blinds or something similar. We're going to go check into that, and then we got another tractor dealership we're going to drive by and see what they do, and pretty much just explore a little bit. We're going to need something soon, so better be looking. All right, boys, we have arrived at where we are looking for a building. It seems they have something now. Oh, okay, well, can't go in there. Never mind, blocked off.
Somebody's got hit by a niter.
Stay tuned. Let's see, we're doing a little window shopping. We're just gonna do drive-bys. I'm not quite sure. You see, what I'm looking for is I'm looking for a couple different kinds of deer blinds. I'm wanting some that can be hunted out of a bow, but I'm looking for one to be like a master blind where it's rifle only, long range, so you can be a little bit more big. And I want to put a TV, solar panels, and an Xbox. But like, for example, something like this, you know, that's probably a little bit too big for a deer blind. But hey, right here we got some options. These are still too big, but...
I like that one.
You like that one?
I like it. Look here, you can pull the Defender in there and be covert.
It's true.
Look at that thing.
I mean, that one right there is one of the smallest ones they got, and it's still pretty big.
These are pretty big.
These are big. Which we did come to like a mobile home place looking for a deer blind, so may not be the best decision. We may find some other places, but the important thing is I'm pretty sure these guys can build it.
I like that one right there. It don't even got a roof on it.
Been hit by a tornado.
Niter got that one right there. Niter got that one behind it, and that red one.
Yep.
That's crazy.
All right, long story short, we didn't find what he's looking for, but I don't know if we're just gonna be able to buy it. It's probably going to have to be custom. I'm looking for a few deer blinds because we need more than one too, but stay tuned. I think right now we're going to drive by the other tractor place. We're going to a LS. Drop a comment if you know anything about that. All right, guys, we've taken a pit stop at a Kubota dealer. What do you think, buddy, about like that right there?
No.
You don't like that right there?
That'd be handy though.
That lawnmower?
Yeah.
What do you call these? Subcompact?
Yeah, right there's the one you need.
Back there in the back.
4802, yeah.
We'll look at that right here in a second. Let's see what these down here are. These down here, are they bigger?
Yeah.
How big? A lay.
Let's see.
Yeah, it looks pretty big. What about this? This about the size or that? And still
It's 5400. That's smaller.
smaller than your papaws?
That one right there with a cab be ideal.
That one?
Heck yeah.
That'd be about the right size. What's the number it?
5400.
Okay. 54 horsepower. Pretty solid.
It's like 48.
Oh. Close enough.
Yeah.
Good size. Got a cab, so it ain't cold. What do you think about it?
I like it.
You do?
Heck yeah.
Something like nothing heavy. Something to look at.
That right there would be cool.
A log gripper.
Yeah.
You know how many logs I grip a year?
4.
About none.
About none.
What do you think about one of them right there? Do we need a backhoe attachment on it? Is that a must-have?
I'd like to have that though. I'd tear up the yard in a heartbeat right there.
Let's go on down to the LS, see what they got. We've done looked up close personally at one orange one. Let's go see what a blue one looks like. What do you think, Big E?
They're sharp.
Yeah.
I can't. My buddy's got one and his done him real good.
The geared ones are a little bit cheaper. So the 55 horsepower, the geared 33.7. This one is hydrostatic.
All right, Ethan. What are your thoughts?
They're price good.
Pretty solid.
They seem like a solid tractor.
Yeah.
I
I mean, she talked about some of them had like fancier, like a cruise control. I don't need that. I just preferably need one with brakes and gears that work. I would be really happy with that. PTO would work. So like some of the fancier stuff I'm not really too worried about, but now we're over here in the attachments. See what we got here. What is that?
It looks like a box boy. Yeah, it is.
That's for leveling stuff out.
Yeah.
Do they use those to level dirt too?
Yeah.
I don't really do much of that. Then here's the tiller. The way that my fields are pretty rocky, we're thinking a tiller is probably not the best option. Probably going to keep using the disc we got. Probably not upgrade unless they're really bent, but I think the discs are actually fine. Here's something like a bush hog. That's where you can actually mow stuff. That would definitely be on the list, and they got a few different kinds right there. But a bush hog would definitely be on the list of things we need pretty bad, because right now we don't even have that.
Yeah.
And then here's YTM, or TYM. I've not really looked into these much, but while we're standing here, I might as well look around a little bit.
The mirror's out.
Huh, the mirror?
That's cool.
Hey, you never know when you need to look at the ground. I mean, that's what you're looking at anyways.
Look at your wheels spinning.
So how do they do these numbers? Does that mean 58 horsepower? Because that's what I feel like it should mean if someone named them with common sense.
Yeah, you would think. At least them got just like a little badge that says
Yeah.
how much horsepower.
And then you got cab and no cab. From what I've looked, cabs bumps you up a lot.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I guess it's a little nicer conditions inside.
That means a lot too.
Oh,
Quick detached buckets.
that's good, right?
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
if you go from a fork to a bucket, that makes a world of difference.
Because we will be using forks too. So that's definitely something big. As for cab or no cab, depends on the price difference, I guess. But a cab would be nice. You could do it in cold, you could do it in the hot, you could do it when there's bugs out, you could do it in the rain. No cab though, just wear a hoodie or a t-shirt and figure out the rest.
Yeah. Keeps waspers off from you too.
Also though, the cab is a little more forgiving in if you're setting it out in bad condition too.
Yeah, that's
If you're not able to put it up. But I think I'd try to, depending on what we got, I might end up trying to build a little shed to put it under at the farm or something.
Oh yeah.
TYM and the blue LS, they look kind of similar overall.
That one.
The bigger the tractor, the more stuff it can do. Pretty much how it goes, I guess. I'm not a big tractor guy, but I know I need a tractor and I ain't got one right now, so I think we're gonna have to do something. But I do need y'all's opinion down in the comments since y'all are also pretty unbiased. We've looked at the Kubotas, we've looked at the LS, we've looked at TYM. I know John Deere's a big brand. I hear they're really expensive just because they're painted green.
I mean, they're all good, but when it comes down to the nitty gritty,
They're expensive.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not the biggest John Deere fan.
Let's walk back over and look at these blue ones again.
I tell you, here's the big one to look
Yeah.
for is the ease ability to get parts.
That's true.
Because you're 90% something's going to break eventually. And
Yeah.
if you can't get parts, then it don't matter what you got, you're up the creek without a paddle.
And that means a good dealer, I guess. I do like the blue. I don't hate blue. That one right there is not a bad option. She's telling us this one's kind of an older model because it doesn't have cruise control. I don't really need cruise control. I ain't worried about cruising too fast. I'm gonna hop up in here and sit down though. So right here, she said you could get a geared option and then something else.
Yeah,
I'd probably go geared because that makes more sense to me.
More power too.
This one's got this right here for the bucket thing. We've got probably a gear pedal, probably something. And then we got range over here. This is probably that thing, I assume, maybe.
Yeah.
The seat belt, that's nice. A roll cage, that'd been real nice if I couldn't got out. If I'd been wearing a seat belt, I'd probably be under the tractor though.
Probably.
Just in that random condition. Here we got the PTO, pretty basic. She was saying something about some people don't like the seats. I'm not sitting on it all day long though. I'm just doing pretty basic stuff. Do I look good like this?
You look like a farming boy right there.
Do I look like I took ag in school?
You look like you need a straw hat and like a piece of hay sticking out your mouth.
Good.
Yeah, oh, these got the quick detach buckets too.
So you could take it off and put a forklift on it.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
That's handy.
It's very handy. Let's look at this attachment. Let's look at this backhoe thing. This is a possibility for all those. I mean, my dad does have a mini excavator, but just like the skid steer, sometimes it's at work when I need it. So this could definitely be an option. This and the backhoe for that bigger tractor would be bigger.
USB and everything.
Is that a USB? Charge the GoPros right there. But hey, that's definitely an option. Not bad.
You was talking about attachments cost money. I'm telling you, best thing to do is go to those Ford Brothers equipment auctions. You can get steals on
Cheaper equipment instead of buying it new.
Yeah.
New attachments, I don't know, may not matter as much.
Most of Papaw's stuff is equipment sell stuff. Killer deals on that. The Amish, that's the move right there. Like they have one in Broadhead. The Amish straight pour in there with stuff. Yeah, they sell their stuff, and it's took care of. Too.
Amish got good stuff.
Yeah, I seen a Amish Christmas light show there.
Amish
Christmas lights. You ever went and seen them? They're pretty nice. Pitch black.
Dude, I may be a farmer. I may have to retire from YouTube. Pull a demo ranch, retire and be a farmer.
Don't do all that.
Just farm for fun.
Yeah.
Farm when I get upset like Bobby.
Yeah. You get mad and just go get on your tractor.
Hey, I ain't gonna say nothing yet, but might be in the works. Stay tuned. Honestly, the prices there, not bad. The LS, we didn't really ask about the price of the YTM, but
Probably about the same.
I'd say probably about the same. They look about the same. They look pretty similar, just different colors. All right, guys, so we just got done looking at some tractors, but right now we got some work that needs done right now. Tractor or not, we got to clear this out so that we can actually use a tractor to fix it here later in the spring. And this is a spot that I mentioned a couple videos ago. I'm talking about the high wall. I don't know if you can see it, but behind that little cedar tree or whatever it is, there's a big cliff. And this is a location we're gonna be doing a lot of work at. Let me go ahead and hop off and let me show you a little bit up close and on the ground. I've already been doing some work, but, well, it's really just the beginning. Right now I'm on my dad's mini excavator. Kind of mentioned this yesterday about how one of the backhoe attachments would be sick. How the excavator is awesome, but I don't really have access to it all the time. Luckily I do right now when I really need it. But this is the high wall location. The high wall, it's a man-made cliff. It's an old coal mining technique, which is now pretty much outlawed. Or if it's not outlawed, then you gotta fix it back. I'm not really sure. Long story short, high walls aren't really allowed anymore. So what there is what you got. And we just happen to have one. Good and bad. A little bit of both. But regardless, big, unobstacatable cliff on one side. Then we got a big flat, and then the mountain continues down the holler. And although it's really weird and can be very dangerous if you know, walk off the side of the cliff, we can actually use this to our advantage pretty big, because no animal can go from here up the cliff. It's unobtainable, or whatever I was trying to say, which means probably that things can't go up it. We can use the high wall, walk on the cliff, and hunt down here in the flat. That's the plan. Right now, you can see I've done a little bit of work, but it's a bunch of these trees, probably around 15 to 10 years old. And you got some trees younger, some trees older. But for my plan for this fall, I want a pretty good chunk of this flat to actually be a food plot, because that's gonna give food to all the animals around here. Mainly deer, but then also rabbits, turkeys. Yeah, that's almost it. But mainly deer, because I like deer hunting, and I know you do too. One of the big things I'm wanting to fix this up for is so that I can actually take people hunting that's never been before, or maybe not really had a good chance to go. I really want to build places that can really take people hunting and give them a really good chance. Because if you've seen some of my older hunting videos, you'll know that I'm hunting probably some of the most garbage deer hunting places in deer hunting history. And that's one reason why I really didn't hardly kill very many. But with the ability to maneuver land and kind of do whatever we want to it and make really intentional plans, we actually have the ability to make this awesome. But regardless, this is the high wall. But the first step is to get this cleared out, and that's the first real project of the high wall, which is why we're hopping on the mini excavator, because we got some work to do. Step one, very simple, clear out these trees. And I'll hop on the excavator and I'll show you how we're gonna do that with the help of this big machine. This is something a tractor probably can't do, but as soon as we get done clearing it out, that's when a tractor is really gonna come in handy. When it comes down to working the dirt and turning it into something deer can actually eat. Let's get in here, let's start the grind. We're gonna start up front and center. We're just gonna start taking out some of these trees right here. Pretty much all of these trees, minus about 5 of them, need to be taken out. So I'm just gonna let you know, guys, this can take some time. But let's get started. All right, here we go. We have a couple sticks on the side. This one puts us side to side and also pushes that thing out, pulls that thing in. This one, back, lifts the whole thing up. That pushes the whole thing down, and side to side works the bucket itself. Then I have a claw, kind of hard to see, but I got a pedal down here that closes the claw so I can grip stuff. This opens the claw, pretty aggressive. Then this thing right here is the big blade at the bottom. I can lift it up, I can push it down. That's gonna give us stability if we're working with something big and heavy tree, or I can always use it as a blade to kind of push stuff around too. Pretty capable little machine right here. It's kind of simple. It doesn't have heat, doesn't have doors, doesn't have windows. It does have a radio, but as for just straight up being able to do stuff, I mean, this thing's got the capabilities. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna go work on this tree. I'm gonna push that down, get some stability, and then I'm gonna use this and I'm gonna see if I might just be able to push those trees over and uproot them. That's one way. And then if the tree is too big to uproot, pretty much the game plan is to dig around the tree. But a lot of these, and some species more than others, are easier to just push them over. Like I say, in some species other than other, there's a lot of box alder here, and those seem to uproot really easy. We have some other species, I'm not sure what they are, but they don't want to uproot at all, so you kind of got to dig those up. But uprooting them, pushing them over is the easiest part, because it's just one good swift movement, push them over, just like that. And then I can work around the side and pick them up and put them in a pile. And then we can either burn them or throw them away or something like that. But like right here, that one was a little stiff, so I'm probably going to come around and break those roots on each side, a little bit here at the beginning, pop those roots a little bit. That way I can push it over a lot easier. And then it's looking like we're probably still gonna have to have a dozer or something in here to maybe do some of the finishing stuff. But we'll see what it looks like once I get done with it. And so that is pretty much the game plan. I'm gonna do a little bit of work and I'll let you guys, I don't know, just enjoy this time lapse with probably banjo music, honestly. And so there we go, guys. Honestly, a really good operator could probably get in here and clear this out a lot faster than I could, but I'm not really a expert operator, but I do know how to use it, and I'm going to use my time instead of my dad's time, and I'm just going to slowly work at this, and then hopefully we can turn it into something we can work with. That's the plan. It'll probably take me a couple days, maybe a week, or I don't actually know, but depends on how big we want this food plot. Sounds like. But I'm just gonna keep on working. I'll keep you guys updated throughout the videos, and then subscribe if you're not already if you have any interest in this stuff, because this is what we do. Also, I think I may have found a bobcat cave, and I think we're going to check it out next video. So stay tuned for that too. Click over here if you want to see a good old squirrel hunt with Major Wambus and Squirrel Dog, or right over here for a good old beagle hunting video if you want a good little update on how Soap and Ed Special's doing.